Yobachi 2007 getting back at you with another one. We're going to look at another bust down granny that we have on Kendra G Live. They love to come on here. This is their thing now. They're growing. It seems to be spreading. But we want to take a look. We came to you before with a couple of them here. We had a 60-year-old who wanted to be the garden tool. She's already the garden tool for her gardener. She said so herself. But she wants a man to commit to her at 40 years old while she's in her 60s, being a grandma, great grandma, ended up. But that wasn't enough. We had another grandma come on right behind her, and we can see here in this one, another granny wants 40-year-old men. She also, as her youngest son husband was leaving the house, she wanted her a young 40-year-old man to come and bust her down. Now we have another granny coming on the show. She's not looking for a 40-year-old man, but you're going to see what's happening here with her.
Good. Tampa. Where you calling me from, Deborah?
Tampa, Florida.
Where? Tampa. How old are you? 60. Okay.
July 2nd.
When's your birthday, 62. Deborah?
Clearly, there's a lag going on there, but it gets a little bit better. But either way, let's follow.
July 2nd, 62 is
Cancer.
What sign?
All day, every day.
Cancer. Do you have any kids?
11. One died.
You have 11 kids?
One not too long died. He was 18. Somebody killed him in Cleveland. So I got 10 alive. Thank you.
I'm so sorry to hear that. But I just want to be clear. You pushed 11
I
kids
pushed
out
11
of your vagina?
besides 6 miscarriage. As God is my witness.
So you pushed 11?
All right, so we're sorry for her son that passed away recently. But this woman has had 17 pregnancies. Let's see how many of those were with her husband. Let's see if she had a husband.
So you pushed so you was pregnant 17 times?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Deborah. Well, now, were all these 17 pregnancies by the same man?
No.
No. Let's see how many men there were.
How many men?
I said 9. Yeah, and
9 men, Deborah.
You know, you got to, you have to spread it. You know what I'm saying? You got to spread it a little bit all over.
Crazy. Disgusting. He thinks this is cute too. Let's hear a little bit more of it. 9 men, 17 babies, 17 pregnancies from 9 men.
You have to multiply. You know what it is. All right. I didn't send to call them, they came and get me.
Okay,
Yeah, they just all came from out of nowhere. Somehow they just knew to come to her because she was the one busting it wide open. They just knew that she was the one, and I'm sure she didn't advertise it. They just appeared. Men just appeared out of nowhere and stuck their things inside of her. This is crazy. Already we're coming with the insanity. But before we go forward, we're going to hear a little bit more from her. But if you can hit us with a like and a subscribe, and that'll help us in the algorithm, and then we'll move forward with the rest of the show. All right. And we're gonna move forward in the timeline and hear more of this nonsense that's coming from this lady. Hold on here.
Time for that, Kendra. I ain't have time. They took the break. You know what I'm saying? I'm very rough getting down there. I'm very rough. You know, I like to get on top. I like to move real fast, rough. I don't talk about. I'm good at that. Don't take me too simple now. I'm very good at what I do. All right, darling.
Well, we see what her value in life is. She's very rough down there. She has 17 pregnancies, 9 different men. Anybody who wants it can come and get it. Apparently, they just appear out of thin air. And it's not just what she can do down below where she's very rough. It's also what she can do with her mouth. She wants to be clear to let you know that. Let you know her worth. Because, you know, these days women know their worth. So she's letting us know her worth.
Maybe I have to come back on your show and give us some.
Well, I know you got the magical vagina. If 9 men got you pregnant,
I still have
we
the
know
grip
that's
on the
a
gumption, baby
magical-
girl. Trust and believe that. The grip
Wait,
and
you
the
still have the
gumption. You know that snapping turtle, once it gets inside
You
it,
still have
squeeze
that
it. You know the muscle? That's right, baby.
And she's so proud of herself. She's so proud of herself.
Kendra, you got to call me back. Next time you see me, I'm going to look pretty for you. Fix up my hair and everything. You just caught me off guard.
Listen,
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to get it so quick because I've been trying a while.
No, but we here now. But I got some questions. So, Deborah, let's just talk about it. Stop moving if you can. Is sex really important to you at this age?
I think I'm more horny in this age now. Yes, darling. Yes.
You're more horny. Okay. So,
right.
Sex isn't a requirement for you. Because you say you just want to have fun. Do you want to add anything else to it?
That's about all she has. It's a little bit more of that same nonsense as she continued. But this is what you have out here in the world today. We look at the modern women who whole lives are surrounded in hookup culture and falling into this ideology, almost not even like men, but this hypersexuality is what they're driven by. The whole life is driven by an animalistic hypersexuality, and you wonder if you could be with a woman who's been with multiple men. Where we talk about body count is important, and women want to push back and say, "Oh, it doesn't matter." Of course, it matters. Look at this. Look at this type of hypersexual, animal, sexually minded female, and how they present themselves and how they conduct themselves in the world. 9 different men. You think this woman could ever stick to an individual man? If you believe that a woman can be with dozens of men and then come to you and you're going to marry her at whatever age, doesn't really matter, but 26, 28, 30, 38, and she's been with 20, 30, 40 men. She conducts herself like this woman does. She has a mind like this woman does. And if you think she's going to stick to you, be bonded to you, there's any chance whatsoever that she can be satisfied with no matter how good your peeing game is. It's about the fact that they will always need variety because that's what they've not just grown accustomed to, they've come to need it in order for sex to work for them. Just like a drug addict who can't just get the one high and leave it alone. They always need a new high. They always need a new edge. And this is modern women's paragon right here. This is their paragon example. Deborah is their queen. She is their all in all. She is their representation, who they aspire to be. If you even go down in the comments of this video, uh, you would see over and over again almost all of the women on the video saying, "I love Miss Deborah. She's great. Oh, I absolutely love her." Almost all of them. This is what so many of them aspire to be. Not almost all of them, but it was good 80, 90% for real. And of course, uh, we still have some women in our society that aren't this, but this shows you what we're dealing with in the majority here in America, here in most of the West. And this is why brothers should grab your passports. Absolutely. Absolutely and totally. Don't let any of these people shame you. There's no reason in the world you should want this. This is this lady after 60 years. This is her growth after having kids over an expand. Her youngest child, she said in here, was 22 or 20. So the last one she had was 20 years ago when she was 40. So she had 17 pregnancies from whatever teenage age when she started, 15, 16, 17 through 40. 17 kids in probably about 23 years. So she was pregnant 3/4, 4/5 of her adulthood. And through all that, through all the 4 marriages, the 9 different impregnators, she hasn't grown to be anything more than what she is now. This is what you get. This is what you get from modern bust down culture, hookup culture. You get a bunch of bust down grannies, a bunch of old, lonely, old women who have nobody, who aren't going to do anything with their life other than running around still expecting young men to commit to them and take them on trips. That's what this 60-year-old granny thinks. She thinks 40-year-old men want to marry her, commit to her, but live in a different house, but also have to have money to take her on trips and have to be 6 feet tall and look good for old granny sex. That's the pride of Deborah's life, that she can do it rough down there, and her mouth game is tight too. This is what this aspiration of over sexualized uh, female masculinity leads you to, and this is what we're seeing in our culture. And this is why, brothers, you gotta vet women strongly. You have to be concerned about body count. Of course, they're not going to tell you the truth. You ask them about it because you listen to what they say and how they say it, and assess whether they're lying or not. And the longer you're with a woman, the more they talk, the more truth they're going to tell them themselves eventually. And you can test what they tell you to your direct question against things that come out of their mouth later on that don't jive with the answer they gave you. So you can know and to stay away from these women. Grab your passports, brothers. Let's get on down. This is what's out here. It's unacceptable. Stay down. And again, if you will, hit me with that like, subscribe, notification bell. Comment down below. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about this crazy culture to where even the older women, the ones who are supposed to be the women of wisdom, are out here busting it down like it's still 1983 for them? 40 years later, they have no growth as women. All right, we'll get back at you with the next one.